Game face on.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Frag Chat with me, Smelly, and her,
Smurfy.
So today we're going to be doing kind of a special edition. We're going to talk you through some of our suggestions for Christmas gift ideas, that is fragrances as Christmas gifts. So it's a bit tricky because we're into fragrances. And most of you watching the video are probably a little bit into fragrances in the first place, but it's a really common gift that normal people out there give to each other at Christmas. It's, a big time for selling fragrances, but it's kind of almost an unoriginal gift to buy someone a fragrance. But there are so many now that you don't need to give them the obvious ones out there. No 1 million gift sets need to be bought. So we're going to talk you through some of the ideas we've got about that. We've got a special guest star who's going to do the cheapy fragrances, inexpensive ones section.
Yes.
So what do you think about the subject of Christmas gift fragrances? And as people who are, into fragrances, collect them a bit or have a hobby, how do we approach this, Claire?
Well, what I think you should do is, if you are buying for a frag head, if you're buying for someone who is into their fragrances, then you can't risk buying them something that you like because they're probably quite fussy. So I think you should go for a discovery set.
Ah, okay.
Yes, and I've got a few here that we can test out.
So you think a good present gift for somebody who's already into fragrances is a discovery set? Okay.
In particular, a discovery set where you have the option to buy a full bottle afterwards. So you could give the gift of the discovery set, and you would then, the company gives you a code or a voucher, and you can then give that person the full bottle once they know which one they like. I think those ones are really, really good.
When you get some money off that.
You buy the discovery set, for example, 20 quid, and you get 20 quid back to buy a full bottle. I think they're brilliant. And I've got a couple of examples here.
Okay, what examples have you got?
Okay, so a really good one, and this is a niche house, but it's actually a more affordable, and it's called Senna Parfums. So this is their discovery set. You get 5 2ml samples there.
I'll do that while you talk,
The price is €18 for the set, and you get that €18 off of a full bottle purchase. The bottles are like this, so they're really classy, really simplistic, and they are 100ml for €69. I think that is exceptional value. It's kind of like Frederic Kamal.
100ml?
100ml, €69.
Okay.
Kind of like Frederic Kamal, but on a lower budget, I guess.
So some of the people they've got, the perfumers, are Antoine Maisondieu, Sophie Larbe, Natalie Gracia Seto, Bruno Jovanovic, and Calice Becker.
Yeah.
So they're quite well known.
Proper perfumers.
Yeah. And they did, of course, send us these free of charge. We should disclose that. And the one we liked most was...
Well, we like Nice Bergamot, which is what we have a full bottle of. We also, I really love the rose one in there. It's a really gorgeous, rich rose. Which I think, where is it? Not that one. I should also say they do travel sizes. And we have one here, which I'll show you in just a sec. So this is Rose Magnétique. I know what you're going to say.
It's good.
I thought you were going to say it smells a little bit like Intense Cafe.
Oh, okay.
Because in the opening it's a little bit like Intense Cafe, but
maybe, not overwhelming.
It doesn't go gourmand. It's sort of
so that's the one by. That's by Sophie Larbe, and we both quite liked that one before, did we?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and I do really like Nice Bergamot, actually. Yeah,
it's a really good, freshy, woody citrus. This is the travel size, and you can buy these for €18 as well, I think. €18. So you could...
How much mils is that?
That's I think it's 10 mils. So you can get all the different flavours in these travel sizes. So instead of doing a discovery box, you could, if you think someone's going to like the florals or the more citrusy ones, you could just buy them those ones and put them together yourself in a nice little gift box. I just think they're really nice.
Very nice. And the little presentation box is cute and very nice. And we both really enjoy Nice Bergamot, which is a really nice. Can we just smell that one for 1 second?
Of course we
really
can.
Nice citrusy, fresh guess, what do you call it, eau de cologne type fragrance. Seems to perform
Kind
quite
of,
well.
but it's still eau de parfum.
Mm-hmm.
So
very fresh, obviously.
if you like things like Neroli Portofino, the
Yeah.
citruses from Atelier Cologne, then you're going to like that. There's a real natural citrusy opening and beautiful kind of woody, musky vetiver dry down. Maybe a bit like Mugler Cologne as well, but sort of smells high quality.
Or the recent Chanel ones, the D'Urville and the fresh ones they brought out recently. Was it D'Urville and
Bayritz?
Yeah. So really nice fragrances and reasonably priced for niche with some famous perfumers behind them. So you got that reassurance that they're serious people.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
And also they're into they're very environmentally friendly, sustainability, very much environment orientated. So they're looking after the world at the same time.
So if that's important to you, that would be an added incentive.
Yeah. Their packaging's all like papery and very easy to dispose of and biodegradable and all that stuff.
Good.
Okay, so on the same kind of subject, another company that very much into sustainability and fair trade and everything else that you can be to be a good company is Senna Jardin. And they are a Parisian-based company. They source all their ingredients from different parts of the world, and they actually look after the people that do the picking and the processing of all the ingredients for the perfumes, making sure that they have they actually get use out of the byproduct of the perfumes in their own communities. It's really amazing. This sample pack, you get 7.
Do you want me to do that, or you talk? Yeah.
You do that. You get 7 2 ml samples, and they're £30, so a little bit more expensive than the other brand. And there's no deal. If you want to buy a full bottle, then you just have to buy a full bottle. The full bottle prices are 50 ml is £95 and 100 ml is £180. I've just made notes. So socially conscious luxury fragrance house. That's how they market themselves.
Okay.
It's all about sustainability. The perfumer for all of these is Carlos Bernay. So you'll know him from
Dunhill Icon,
yeah,
and he also did Polo Green and many other. He's been going since the 70s and very famous perfumers. So, yeah, they're not just somebody making them in their shed.
No,
it's really big names.
They're in Harrods and Liberty as well. So,
Senna Jardin, Paris.
And we've got just a couple of the samples sprayed because they're quite interesting. Sandalwood Temple.
I haven't tried these, have I?
Ages ago, you would have forgotten about it.
That's nice.
Sandalwood Temple, which obviously is spicy sandalwood.
That's very nice, yep.
This is called Tiger by Her Side, and this is my favourite.
Oh, well, yeah.
Another spicy, there's a little bit of vanilla. Smells a little bit like tobacco to me.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a listed note.
It smells exotic.
Yeah, really exotic,
and
rich.
Spicy, that's really nice.
Smooth.
Tiger by Her Side.
Tiger by Her Side, what a great name. So yeah, I really like that. And then
That's
another
good.
one is Berber Blonde. I think this is another one that's quite popular. Orange blossom all over it.
Yeah,
Orange
neroli
blossom,
or
neroli.
yeah. A bit like Cologne Indelible Frederic
Yeah,
Malle.
yeah.
Really, that is really nice.
Kind of like
I do
that,
remember-
maybe a bit more floral.
I remember
Yeah.
smelling that before, and that's
Yeah.
called Berber Blonde.
Berber Blonde,
So those are our
so-
3 highlights.
They're the 3 that we've highlighted from that pack because we don't have time to smell them all,
So
unfortunately.
Essential Parfums and Senna Jardin, both of which were sent to us for free, but we are fans of what we smelled.
Yeah, definitely. Just a couple more I'm going to mention. So Gallivant, we've spoken about them before on our...
I'll just show you one. You keep
Okay.
talking, yep.
We've spoken about Gallivant before. We've reviewed a couple of their fragrances. Last one, Tokyo, we spoke about. They have a really good discovery set. You get 6 times 2 ml samples, and it's £25 with, at the moment there's free shipping on that as well.
Okay.
And you get that £25 back off a full bottle purchase.
So,
and they're not mega expensive anyway, are they? They're about
Not-
60-ish?
something like that. And they've got, the ones we've been sent, we've got Amsterdam here, I think that's a 30 ml bottle.
Yeah,
so
I think they're all 30 ml because the idea being travel friendly.
So although you don't get gallons of juice, it makes them very accessible because they
Yeah,
price
and
it
if you're a
accordingly.
Frag head, you don't need big bottles anyway, do you? Let's be
Often
fair.
not.
Finally then, 4,160 Tuesdays, one of my favourite houses. They have taster sets. They do a load of you can get samples plus a voucher. And there's also, if you don't want to actually buy perfume, then they have perfume making days. And this is something that I did myself a year or so ago. I went on a perfume making day. You do it in Sarah McCartney's studio. You get access to all her materials and her expert guidance and delicious cakes, etc. It's a really, really amazing experience. It's £150 for a full day or £95 for a half day. What an amazing price for someone who truly loves perfume or wants to sort of learn a little bit more about the background of it and actually how to make it.
That would be a good gift to give, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I
can
think
imagine
so.
it's
That'd
one
be
for someone who's into it.
Really fun and exciting.
Good ideas. Okay, so yeah, look out for the discovery sets, gift sets. Some good examples there, and there's others out there. So that's one idea that we both like.
Yep.
And is it my turn
It's
now?
your turn.
Okay, so that was Claire's side of things for good Christmas gifts. We're going to have inexpensive ones coming up with Zoopy Goggins in a moment. But I decided to give myself the category of niche fragrances that you can give as gifts. So I've got the easy job of expensive fragrances. But I've mostly, well, in some cases, tried to go for somewhat affordable luxury. Because obviously when you're giving a fragrance, maybe not just a gift set, but a full fragrance, obviously if you're watching this channel you probably don't just want to give someone Dior Sauvage or 1 Million or Alien if it's a woman. You're trying to be different, whether it's to another frag head or even if it's to a relative who knows you're into fragrances, whatever. You want it to look good and maybe have that air of being a bit posh or fancy, and I've kind of gone for that with all of these, but some of them
see that.
some of them aren't that expensive. So a really great house that I really like is Houbigant. And I've got two options for you. So it's Fougère Royale, the classic original Fougère fragrance, originally made in the 19th century, now reformulated. Very masculine, fresh. It's also a bit floral. It's green and mossy at the same time. It's a sort of ultimate example of an aromatic Fougère type fragrance, and the bottles look really good, which is kind of why I think they make great gifts. And this and the next one, both available 100ml in a really nice bottle for well under £100 in each case, depending where you shop around online, but you should be able to get them for that. The other one that I really like by them, Cologne Intense, more of a citrus aromatic, really nice lemon, bergamot, neroli opening, bit of a kind of sweetness, like a honeyed lemon accord. And there's some incense, mate tea, patchouli. It's like a really classy, bit like Dior Eau Sauvage to me. Don't know why no one else says that, but it smells a bit like that. But a really classy eau de cologne citrus with some depth and woodiness. A bit more unisex maybe than the other one. Again, a sort of goldy yellow rather than the other, but a brilliant bottle design.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. You would be impressed to receive that as a gift, I think.
Looks really good on your mantelpiece or wherever you store it. So maybe more for the sort of mature person to get that, depending how old you are, uncle, granddad type of thing. So those would be really good. Another affordable-ish niche house that has sort of a gravitas about it. It comes in a really nice box and bottle. Anything by Floris, I think, for me, makes a really nice, thoughtful gift. And again, I think you can get this is 100ml of number 89, the classic citrusy, soapy, old school, bit of a barbershop type of scent. Maybe we'll just spray a quick bit of that. I don't think it's exactly your favourite kind of thing, but
let's see.
There we go. Kind of floral, bit rosy, citrusy, herbaceous.
Smells
a classic gentlemanly scent.
A bit old-fashioned. There's lavender in there, isn't there? Smells quite a bit of lavender.
There are some others. Santal would be another good option by them, a bit more of a modern, spicy sandalwood type of feel. So anything by Floris that you can find online.
Do you not think that would be more towards the older person, though, generally speaking?
Yes, I guess I'm leaning that way with these picks a little bit. But affordable luxury, I think, Floris from London. A couple of Creed ones then, and obviously many people have heard of Aventus. That'll be a bit of a cliched gift by now. So I would say Royal Oud, great choice. You do have to have a bit of money to splash out, but don't want to leave out our wealthy viewers and make them feel ostracised. So Royal Oud from Creed, a lovely citrus and pink pepper and cedarwood, very woody fragrance, not much oud in it.
I've never ever picked up oud from it.
No, nor has anyone else.
No, which is a good thing in my opinion, but it has got a depth. There's an indescribable depth to it.
Really classy, sort of fresh and woody. It's actually my scent of the night. We'll do scent of the night properly in a minute. In other words,
it smells really good. I thought you'd gone for Royal Mayfair.
No, Royal Oud.
Ah, it smells really good. A little bit floral.
It's good, isn't it? Our other one that we both really found we liked this year that Claire got me as a gift, Spice and Wood by Creed. Really expensive, much more than Events in the next price category up. So I think I found it for 260 something online for 75ml. So very, very expensive, but a beautiful, spicy, woody. How do you describe it?
I think there's quite a lot of vetiver in there. It's very spicy in a peppery kind of way, and it's also a smoothness and a balminess to it. Musky, gorgeous. It's just really, really gorgeous.
Yeah. Comes in a great presentation in the 75ml, or there is a really whopping 250ml bottle, but you've got to have a little bit of cash to spend on that one. But maybe if you know someone who's already got Aventus and you are willing to splash out and go to the next level, or you surprise them with something even more amazing, Spice and Wood would be a good choice, but it's expensive. So scents of the night, mine's Royal Oud by Creed. What are you wearing, Claire?
I'm wearing Panna London Pink Champagne Truffle.
Pink Champagne Truffle. That's the one that's really sweet and has a kind of raspberry note.
Yeah, chocolate raspberry booze, pretty much, and a touch of rose.
We still really like that one, and it had a bit of hype a while back. Still gets
I'm still wearing
regular
it,
wearing.
you know, once a month or so. I mean, I've got a lot to choose from, so that's a good thing. Once a month or so, that gets picked. I really enjoy it.
It's quite a lot for you. Okay, so those were some of our suggestions, and now we wanted to include some mainstream, or, well, let's see what he's picked. I actually don't know. Some inexpensive gems to wear for Christmas and give to other people, or perhaps yourself as a gift. So we're going to throw it over to Zoopy Goggins. He's our friend in the fragrance community who's got a channel that's just been going less than a year, I think, but it's been going a while now. He's a really good reviewer.
Yeah.
We like his style, don't we?
Yeah, I love the way he describes the perfumes. He's different to your average reviewer. He gives you a feeling, he gives you a story, and I really find him so watchable. Even if he's talking about something that I'm not interested in, I'm happily watching it.
So check out the link to his description in the to his channel in the description below. Let's see what he's got to say about some inexpensive choices for Christmas gifts.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Smelly and Smurfy Army, I'm Zoopy Goggins, I'm a frag freak, and today I've been very kindly asked along by Dan and Claire to help them out with a few picks for potential Christmas gifts, fragrant-wise, for less than 30 quid. They've given me a time limit, which is nice of them. Mind you, it's probably a good idea because this video could have been 20 minutes long before they even get to say anything, so better crack on with it, yeah? The first fragrance I have for you today is a ladies one. I've got a ladies one, a unisex one, and a men's one, so all is fair in love and war. The first one is from the house of Roberto Cavalli, and this one is Roberto Cavalli Parfum, the original one. There's a load of flankers of it, but this one is the original, and it's very, very beautiful indeed. You can get this for £25 if you look in the right place at the right time, and I shall give you a quick description. The notes in this one are very simple and straightforward, which is sometimes a good thing. Such simple and straightforward can be fantastic, can't it? The performance is excellent, and the notes are as follows. We have orange blossom, we've got tonka bean, we've got vanilla, we've got benzoin, and we've got pink pepper. That's very nice and straightforward and simple, but this one is very, very beautiful. Don't believe the little bars that you see in Fragrantica regarding the performance of this one. The performance of it is very, very good indeed. It's verging on beastly, and I would say this one has similar characteristics and scent traits to Jean-Paul Gaultier Classique Intense. If you like that, this is the same kind of ballpark, but for less than half the price. Beautiful, beautiful scent. Roberto Cavalli Eau de Parfum. Lovely feminine bottle, metal lid, great. Moving on. The unisex one. I've gone for Sarah Jessica Parker Stash. Nice understated plain bottle here. Comes in a little pouch inside the box, which is a very lovely presentation. It's a very deep, dark, characteristic woody fragrance. And it has a lot of spices and
a massive amount of depth with this one.
It's a little bit difficult for me to describe, but it's exceptionally good. The performance is brilliant, the sillage is amazing, and it's kind of alluring and different and slightly daring and also quite mysterious. It's obviously marketed as unisex, but I personally think it smells marginally better on females. My missus has this one. I think it smells a bit better on her than it does on me, and also she has a friend who has this as well. It also smells great on her. So it depends what you like, but for me it's slightly more nice on females, this one for me. Absolutely beautiful, brilliant quality and value. You can get this one for £17, yes, £17, from a UK store called Savers, which I happen to work at. I have no additional incentive to tell you that, it's just where you can get it from for the best price. And so check it out, it's absolutely brilliant, that one. Moving on again, we have the men's one. Now brace yourself, because this one is a corker, a blinder, an absolute stunner. What I am talking about Giorgio Beverly Hills for Men. This one is shocking. The performance on this one is absolutely excellent. It's a very masculine, and it's an 80s powerhouse style fragrance. It's not style, it's actually from the 80s. This came out in 1984, so it is an 80s powerhouse, okay? But it has a sort of difference from those things that you might think of naturally, like, you know, your Koros and things like that, Corum and other ones like that, Oscar de la Renta, Polui, that type of thing. This one, it's absolute beast in patchouli. It's very honeyed. It's got a load of spices in here. There's rose and stuff like that. It's got a complexity that defies its price tag. This one you can have for £15 on Perfume Click. It's an absolutely excellent fragrance for that price. The performance on it, as I say, is absolutely stunning. Longevity on this one is very, very good indeed. It projects like an absolute monster. And the sillage is very good, and if you get this on clothing, you have to wash that item of clothing for it to come out. It will be on there for weeks. I love this one to pieces. It's absolutely excellent. I'm an ambassador for this fragrance, and that is my 3 picks. I hope you've enjoyed some of those, or it's given you some ideas. Thanks again, Dan and Claire, for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. Hope to see you guys some other time. Hint. And see you about. Take care. All the best.
Thanks very much, Zoopy. That was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay, so, yeah, that was our ideas, some from Zoopy Goggins, and I guess we're probably going to wrap it up around about there. A little bit of a special edition today. We didn't really go into any Troll of the Month or Fragrance Community Gossip, but we'll do that in an episode very, very soon, undoubtedly, yeah?
Definitely.
Is that all we have to say?
Yes.
Does Sweetie say goodbye? There you go. Thanks ever so much for joining us. We'll see you in the next one. We're not sure when we're putting this up, but if you're watching it around Christmas time, we hope that you are having or will have a great festive season.
Maybe we should sing. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oh, God. All right, then.
Ready?
You start, I'll follow.
What we wish... We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I think we should leave it there.
I think, yeah, it's not going to get any better. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Cheers, bye.
Bye-bye.